Hello, and I know everyone is getting so bored of doing the same things. Hopefully I got those in the right corners. The possibilities are endless. Yes, please. I'm so glad that my camera died. Cremating bugs? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Tal, and today I wanted to share just a few, like 100 different ideas that you can do in quarantine, because we are in month 2, believe it or not, already, and I know everyone is getting so bored of doing the same things over and over and over again. So I thought I could bring some new ideas to you guys, just spice up your quarantine life a little bit. That way you don't have to do the same thing over and over and over again, because I'm assuming that's what everyone's been doing for the past 2 months. I know it can get boring, so I wanted to give you guys some new things to do. I've created a list of 100 things that you can be doing, and I know it's almost done, but we still have like that little push left to go. And just to make this last couple weeks as enjoyable as it could be, I will give you some ideas. I'm gonna go like rapid fire because there's a lot, and I don't want to be sitting here all night long giving you like a 3-hour video, because I have 100 things to tell you. Also, before I let you know about all of these ideas, make sure that you guys subscribe and follow me on Instagram. Hopefully I got those in the right corners, otherwise it's subscribe and follow. Editing me will know. And follow me on Pinterest, because I post 1,000,001 things on there, and you're bound to find some good quarantine activities. So make sure you guys follow me on there, and let's rapid fire some quarantine ideas. So the first thing that I think is really awesome is going on a hike. You can either drive somewhere, or you can just find like a hidden trail in your own city. You could go on a run. You can find a trail, take it to this park that you've never seen before. I know a lot of parks are closed, but there are a lot of like just open grassy park areas, and you can go there, have a picnic, and that is totally allowed as long as you're just going with people in your house or by yourself. You could just do a picnic in your trunk. I did this with Andre. Something else you could do is drive around the countryside and just listen to some music. And if you haven't followed my Spotify, I made a social distancing tunes playlist. So you can either drive in the country, you can drive in the city, you can do all your sightseeing, your summer sightseeing, just from the own comfort of your car without even having to go out. It's great. You can also do some hiking on ski hills, because I live in Canada. In the summertime, they are not running, and it's a really great workout if you just go and climb up these ski hills, and then you get to the top, you have a perfect view. You could also go on a bike ride. You can bike ride in trails. You can just bike ride around your neighborhood. You can bike ride around a city, as long as you're not coming in contact and stopping and talking to other random people, you're okay. So that's always a good thing to do if you want to get outside. And if it's not so hot outside, it's raining, you can always stay inside. You can find a new series on Netflix. Oh my god, you can find a new series on Netflix. You can start a movie series, so like the Harry Potter series, because there's so many movies. Or you can do a movie night where you order in pizza, you make some popcorn, you just have like a little slumber party with yourself, have a glass of wine. Or you could do a drive-in style movie where you have a movie on your laptop, or a few movies on your laptop or on a hard drive. You fill the trunk of the car with pillows, blankets, make it super cozy, drive out to the middle of nowhere, and then just flip open your computer and watch some movies. You can also stargaze. The stars are so nice to see because the sky is clear. You can do some DIYing at home. I've made a DIY macrame pot holder. So I'm going to be doing a video on how to make one of those coming up this week, I think, or next week. That is super fun. That's something you can do at home. You can also DIY other like home decor pieces. You can do baking. I've written down a few baking ideas. You can do homemade chips. Believe it or not, I've done it before and they taste better than regular chips. They're so good. You can do pancake cereal. Apparently it's a trend right now. I guess it's a trend on TikTok. My sister is obsessed with this. That could probably be fun. It's something new that you probably have never had before. I know it's not baking, it's more cooking, but that's something you can try. I've also heard of matcha pancakes. Pan cookies, guys. Pan cookies are so good. All you need to do is have like a cast iron pan or even just a dish that you can put inside of your oven. Just fill it with cookie dough. You can go to the store and get pre-made cookie dough. You can make your own cookie dough. So good. I love that. So definitely try some cookies out. You can make oatmeal raisin, oatmeal chocolate chip. You can make snickerdoodles. You can make like a midnight munchie one with like pretzels and popcorn and chocolate. The possibilities are endless. Then some trends, like internet trends that you can try and do is more into like DIY stuff, is like do lawn signs. Like create a sign that says like thank you frontline workers. You can put that up on your lawn. Hair dyeing, hair cutting, that's big this quarantine. If you're bored of your hair and you want a new hairstyle, just give it a little snip trim. And you can do some hair dye. You can just get it at like the grocery store or the drug store, and a lot of those stuff are like the semi-permanent, so eventually they do come out. You're not stuck with that hair color. And another big internet trend right now, and I highly suggest, because we only have a few more weeks left of this, try the Chloe Ting 2-week workout challenge. Recreate your favorite Starbucks drink at home from the comfort of your own home. Yes, please. You can also do painting. Here's my little painting spiel. You can do painting on a canvas, you can do painting on paper, but you can also do painting on a pot, because my mom was telling me about the big trend right now, which apparently is air plants. Those little like succulents that grow literally on air, and you spray it with a mister once a week, like one spray once a week, and that's all it needs. So you can like basically never kill this plant, and you can paint pots. You can get all this stuff at the dollar store. You don't need to break the bank to do this, but if you're looking to break the bank, then you can do some online shopping. I'm guilty of it. I am definitely guilty of it. I've gotten blue light glasses, I've gotten necklaces, I've gotten this new camera that you guys are watching me, well, not watching me on, but I'm recording me on, so you can watch me on your phone. But if you're not in the budget to be online shopping, you can online browse. Online browsing is so much fun. The amount of websites that I go to, I like add things in my shopping cart, and then I get to the end, I'm like ready to check out, and I look at my bank account and I'm like, yeah, no, that's not happening. But it was just so fun, like gathering all those things, so you know that when you go back to work after this whole quarantine thing is over, you can make money again. You know what you want to spend your money on. It's like planning for after quarantine. If you don't want to buy your clothes, DIY some clothes. And if you haven't seen that video already, I DIY'd 3 shirts out of like 3 clothes that I had bought from the thrift store, but I had in my house and I wasn't wearing them anymore, and I DIY'd them. I'm so glad that my camera died, or the battery died, and I now forget where I left off, but I think I was talking about DIYing clothes. You could start your very own YouTube channel. If you don't want to make YouTube videos, you could always find like some sort of other social media place to put out your creativity, like blogging, or you could do things like Pinterest, or you could do things like Instagram. You could make some sort of creative account, and that way you're only posting products that maybe you want to sell, or that you want to talk about. Maybe you want to start like a photography Instagram, or maybe you want to start a blogging page. Maybe you want to start like a cooking Instagram. The possibilities are endless. There's a place for everything on the internet. So whatever you like, there's a place for you to put all of that stuff. You could start a podcast if you really wanted to. Podcasts are really big right now. I suggest that if you're just looking for something to do, you can do a puzzle and listen to a podcast, because it's like watching TV but just your brain, you know? Or you could watch a movie and do your puzzle. I have been doing puzzle exchanges with my neighbors. So I had a puzzle, finished it, and then we swapped puzzles. So now I've been working on a massive puzzle right now. It's 4,000 pieces. It's insane. So that is something that you can do. Or you could do a book swap. If you are really into reading, you have a book, read it, swap it with a friend. Or you can do online reading, like on a Kindle or an iPad, or even on your phone if you want to. It might be a little bit small on your phone screen, but if you're really into reading and you don't have something bigger, then you could always start on your phone, or you can probably find like a cheap reading device on Amazon, like the Kindle. I think the Kindle's relatively cheap now. Another thing that I thought of, which is kind of cool, and I didn't know that, well, I knew that it existed, but I didn't really think much about it. Being a sports junkie that I am, love watching the NHL, you can very easily search up old games that they've played. So maybe you want to watch a playoff game from your favorite sports teams. You can just look it up online, watch it on your computer, on your phone, and just like have a sports night. It doesn't need to be live sports. You can also do like an at-home game night. Another thing that you could do is tie-dye. Tie-dye's been really big right now, really popping off on Instagram, YouTube, and even on like online shopping. You can buy tie-dye from almost every single website. So why not make your own? Just order a plain white shirt, white sweater, white crew neck, sweatpants, and then tie-dye on your own. You can get everything off of Amazon, so highly recommend that. You can learn something new. I know there's tons of learning websites out there. This isn't sponsored, but Skillshare. You can learn something on a website online. That way you don't even have to go out to learn something. You can learn something just from watching a video. There's lots of tutorials on how to do things. So you could easily search up something that you really want to learn, and there's bound to be an example or like a tutorial on how to do something. So that is something that you can definitely get into. Just like I said before, there's a place for everything on this internet. So if you really have a passion for cremating bugs, I am sure there is some sort of video or some sort of page on how to cremate a bug. I am not even joking. I'm sure you can find it. So I think that kind of like concludes my list of 100 things to do in quarantine, but I really hope that you guys pulled something away from this things to do in quarantine video. I'm going to be doing a few of the things that I explained in this video next week, so stick around for that. Subscribe, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Pinterest, my Spotify. I'll leave everything linked down below, and I hope that everyone has a great rest of quarantine. Remember, we're all gonna get through this. Wash your hands, because I know you dirty people out there aren't washing your hands. I hope you guys have a great rest of the week, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!